combination of the righteous Saiyans and whatnot. Whereas this, he needed otherworldly power to elevate him to that link, to that level. And then after that, he could go Super Saiyan God by himself. He could go Super Saiyan God by himself, and then he could go Super Saiyan 4 by himself. As we see in Dragon Ball Diamond now, he got blessed, and now he's an adult. He went Super Saiyan 4 by himself. I thought that was dope.
Yeah,
I thought that was actually pretty hard.
I got very hyped.
I thought that was pretty hard. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy enough, this whole time I've been like
so that's letting us know
shielding
now.
myself from
And then
these spoilers.
even when he transformed to Super Saiyan 4,
I saw a
that's
little snippet of him turning Super Saiyan 4 like as a child, and I didn't really try to watch all of it too much because I wanted to just like
for sure. I
enjoy that in its entirety.
Seeing the little snippet.
But when I got on Twitter today and I seen
this whole time, I've been like
somehow he was already a full-grown adult.
I saw.
I said, "Oh yeah, I can't wait on that."
Super Saiyan 4.
I gotta check that out right now.
And I didn't really try to watch all of it too much because I wanted to just like,
you good.
Enjoy that in its entirety. But when I got on Twitter today, I seen how he was already a full-grown adult. I gotta check out right now.
Bad, sorry about that. Had to stop something from falling just now.
Okay.
Minute, best friend. Oh boy.
Yeah, I hear you, my guy. Good. Yeah. I had to see. I said, fuck the waiting. I spoiled it for myself. Just to see that it was officially canon again. Man, that almost brought a tear to my eye. Like,
yeah. I hear
seeing
you,
that and then knowing Toriyama is gone now.
But,
it's like damn. It was almost like putting a bow.
Yeah.
That,
I had
his
to see. I said fuck the.
Like for the longest, we've always wanted Super Saiyan 4 to be canon.
Just to see that it was officially canon again. And that almost brought a tear to my eye. Like,
so honestly,
seeing that and
seeing what I saw today, that makes me have to question.
It's like damn. It was almost like putting a bow on like his legacy.
Is Super gonna be
because like for the longest we've always wanted Super Saiyan 4 to be canon. Like for the longest.
Gonna go off of
Donda. So honestly, so seeing what I saw today, that makes me have to question. Moving forward,
good Goofy.
Is Super gonna be canon, or is Super just gonna be its own thing now, and we're just gonna go off?
It should be. So it should still be canon. Daima is they actually released information about that as far as Daima goes, because the Daima series is coming to an end, but they might still do something with it. But as far as it being canon, it will just add lore. It's just supposed to add more lore going into what's going on now, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? But as far as we see it, I'm not gonna lie to you, Super is definitely canon.
Alright.
If they're going to continue with if they drop a new Super chapter, they dropped a one shot over the weekend. Well, not weekend. This week they dropped a one shot for Dragon Ball Super. Trunks and Goten
for sure.
New Saiyan.
I've seen,
but they're supposed to be doing an actual chapter coming back.
I've seen somebody say the next,
because this was a one shot.
The next chapter, the next title of the episode.
So hopefully
they're gonna be named. Okay, I definitely like.
I've seen. I sent this to myself.
Okay, good.
Somebody.
The next chapter was gonna be named.
No, the next episode is gonna be named. Let me see.
Damn, I can't see it.
Okay, I definitely liked it.
I don't know.
Let me see.
But the word was
Okay, good.
Say something that they brought up early.
Gonna be
Super Saiyan, Dragon Ball Z, like when Vegeta and Goku were like really like the Saiyan saga. Basically the term used to describe how Saiyans get stronger after every battle.
I don't know. But the word was
So when I seen that, it just
something
goes
that they brought
hand
up
in hand with the lore aspect that we've been saying.
Dragon Ball
they don't
Z,
even talk about that
when
anymore.
Vegeta and
like
Goku were like really like the Saiyan saga. Basically the
For
term
lore's sake,
used
I
to
like when stuff like that is brought up.
describe how Saiyans
Just
get
continue the
stronger after
story.
every battle, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I
Trip
seen that,
got it.
so
Yeah,
it
the
just goes
Zenkai
more
boost.
hand in hand with the
Yeah.
lore aspect that we've been
Sorry for
saying.
my
'Cause they don't even
Trip.
talk
I
about that
apologize.
anymore. I mean, it's kind of like understood,
Yeah.
I guess now, but for lore's sake,
One of them days.
I like when stuff like that is brought up.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Just to continue the story.
Yeah, that's gonna be the title of the next episode.
Trip
I don't
got it.
know.
Yeah, the Zenkai boost.
I'm honestly, I'm starting to get a little confused because I be
Sorry
seeing like
for my
new
trap memory,
clips
Trip. I apologize.
every like
I can't see the
2 or
chat
3 days or so,
at all.
but it don't be not one new
What's up?
episode that pop up on my Netflix. So
Per
I'm like,
usual,
is
right?
it just like out just
Yeah,
in
that's gonna be the title of
Japan
the next
or
episode.
people are?
I don't know. I'm honestly, I'm starting to get a little confused because I be seeing like new clips every like 2 or 3 days or so, but it don't be not one new episode that pop up on my Netflix. So I'm like, is it just like out just in Japan or people are?
You talking about Daima?
Yeah.
No, it's out on it probably is out a little early.
Yeah.
But Daima, my Netflix, I haven't actually been on it in a little bit.
Because I be seeing shit on Twitter. I'm like, how do y'all? I don't have that yet. How y'all see it?
For the most part, Daima
downloading
kept
and
up with all
posting
the
this? I
episodes.
can't even watch it.
All the episodes. It wouldn't tell you when a new episode.
I think it comes out on
It tells you.
Netflix
It'll
for
say
me
new
tomorrow.
episode out.
I think
But that's all it will do. It won't play like a trailer of it or anything like that.
So Netflix is focusing on getting all the dub loaded.
Yeah. I be seeing shit on Twitter and I'm like, how do y'all? I don't have that yet. How are y'all seeing this? How are y'all downloading and posting this? I can't even watch.
I was left on episode 17.
I think it comes out on Netflix for me tomorrow. I think the 21st. So Netflix is focusing on getting all the dub loaded. And
that's really what it is because it's not out in dub. They only got like 4 to 6 episodes out in dub.
No, yeah, I watched it in sub. And
yeah,
I was left on 17.
But the time to actually promote Dragon Ball is in that dub. For real. At least over here in the West. Western Dragon Ball fans are not really people watch it in sub. People appreciate Dragon Ball.
Episode behind.
It's dubbed well compared to a lot of anime that get dubbed. Like I can see Netflix putting it more at the forefront.
No.
Imagine Goku's voice actor giving us the
being released from like actual,
in dub. That'd be crazy.
No, for sure. Trip really just answered it for me. He say,
Trip just
they episode behind
that makes sense
from the official release every week. That makes more sense.
Talking about the dub?
No.
Yeah, I'm
talking
super
about
excited
Netflix
to watch
and the
that.
sub.
I'm definitely going to react to that.
Actual Japan.
They are episode behind. They work the same way as one. Makes sense.
Trip just said the exact. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes a lot of sense.
I did forget that Toei Animation. I completely forgot Toei and Netflix.
I'm super excited to watch that. I'm definitely going to react to that. At some point.
Really.
I did want to bring up, since we're just talking anime hot takes, not to harp on One Piece, but I'm watching the episode of Wano to Egghead Island episode dub, and dub is kind of making a few things more clear than they were in the sub and from the manga. Especially with the conversation between the I think it's episode 1096, 1097 with the conversation on the dragon. There's a lot to break down there for that episode, and insinuates that Vegapunk and Dragon are actually more locked in than people think. They might not be on the same side as playing for the same team, but they are playing for the same team.
Okay.
But yeah, I just wanted to let people know the dubs are out.
It's been a minute since I heard him.
Episode 1108, which is pretty much right before the big shebang with the Seraphim, and then the Guard, and then the Shanks and Kid, all that stuff. I watched Law versus Teach today.
Okay.
English dub actor is just not it for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's the one character.
I heard him.
He's the one character I appreciate from the series in sub more than dub, for sure.
That's very interesting. I haven't watched dub in quite some time.
and it definitely gives you a
It's
different
been a
vibe.
minute.
I feel
We got
more
what,
into
2
it.
more
It feels
months
more
of
fun watching the Vegapunks
no
interact
One
with each
Piece
other
for
and their
anime
dialogue and how
until it
each
comes
and
back.
every one of them talk a little different.
April. Okay. Not too bad.
It's very
Not too
interesting.
bad. Also,
I haven't watched Dub in quite some
One Piece,
time.
speaking of upcoming months,
I might,
big
because
shout
it's
out
been a
to
minute. We got what,
to
2
me,
more months
man.
of
Big shout out to
no One Piece for anime
big shout out.
until it comes back.
April.
Like
April.
what Snoop said
Okay.
during his
Not too bad.
thanks on his
Not too
speech. He
bad.
said, "Man, I want to thank
Oh,
myself."
also speaking of One Piece,
Man,
speaking of
facts. I feel that.
upcoming
Big shout out
months,
to me.
big
Big shout out to
to
REC. Big shout out to
me,
Dreamtime.
man.
Officially
Big
received
shout out
my
to
press pass
Right,
big
shout out to
shout out.
ticket
Pokes.
for this year's
Big shout
2025
out
Dreamtime.
Like
to Pokes.
what Snoop
My very
said
first
on
time
doing his
ever attending the
thanks on
convention
his
without
speech. He
having
said,
to
"Man, I want to
pay.
thank myself."
Thank
Yeah, that's a fact.
everyone
Facts. I
that made
feel
this
that.
possible
Big shout out to me.
without fucking time.
Big shout out to
And it's
REC.
in my
Big shout out
city
to
too.
Dreamtime.
Can't make this.
Officially
It's
received
poetic.
my
It's poetic.
press pass,
Anybody that can come
free
out to
tickets for
Dreamtime,
this
please pop
year's
out.
2025
I will be
Dreamtime.
there. We
My
will be
very
talking
first
some
time
big
ever
anime.
attending the convention
Big
without
hype
having
to
to
One
pay.
Piece. Big Slender
Thank
and JJK. Pop out.
everyone
Should be
that
a fun
made this
time.
possible. About fucking time. And it's in my city too. Can't make
That's
this.
somebody
It's
joke.
poetic. It's poetic. Anybody that
I
can
can't
come out
wait
to
though.
Dreamtime, please
It's gonna
pop
be
out.
dope. It's gonna be
I
dope.
will be there. We will be talking some big anime. Big hype to One Piece.
Only
Big
comment.
Slender and JJK. Pop out. Should
I
be a
got
fun time.
in the chat
Oh God.
saying we here. Got the how you hear my guy.
Oh God.
And I got Trip
Last one before
said
somewhat a joke.
Blackbeard sounds like a
Yeah,
real
I can't
pirate.
wait.
I totally agree with
It's
that.
gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
Blackbeard sound like
Got any comments to read, or we good on
scumbag
comments?
nigga.
I can't see him.
That shitty scumbag.
Only comment.
It's kind of
I
crazy.
got Zaza in the chat
Yeah.
saying we here. Got the how you hear my guy, and my guy Trip said Sub
It's been a
Blackbeard
minute.
sounds like a real pirate. I totally agree with that.
It's
Dub
really been a
Blackbeard
minute
sounds
since I heard it.
like
Let me see now.
scumbag
But I
nigga.
completely agree with your
Shitty
point.
scumbag.
Blackbeard
scumbag.
sounds
He
like
just
a
sound
true
like he
pirate
don't.
for real.
If you hear the difference between the two, it's like yo, like you really feel like yo, like no, get out of here. It's crazy.
It's
And I
been a
love
minute
really
since I
been a
heard his
minute
voice.
since I heard it. Let me see now. But I completely agree with your point. Sub Blackbeard sounds like a true pirate.
Pirate, yeah. It sounds like a real pirate. That's fact.
Hey, look.
Oh damn! It's Dub in general. It just started off trash.
It's been a minute
There was
since I
no
heard his
emotion in
voice.
that at all.
Yeah, he doesn't even say ha ha.
He doesn't.
That's facts.
Just say ha ha.
Yeah, that's what kills
because I enjoyed the dub. It was just these fodder marine
dub in
characters.
general. It just
I
started
never
off
heard people before say some
there was no emotion in that at
unemotionalistic.
all.
But no, I like.
See, I don't think the dub is trash.
I
I think it's alright. I just think certain characters
for some reason Zaza starting off.
No, that's facts.
Not sure what that's about. But yeah, One Piece's dub
I enjoyed the dub. It was just these fodder marine characters I had never heard speak before say some.
But I'll definitely take it out
unemotional shit. But no, I like
it.
One Piece's dub. I think it's pretty good. For some reason, Zaza starting off early saying fuck Sabo. I'm not sure what that's about. But yeah, One Piece's dub isn't bad to me.
Watching it?
But I think the sub truly does shine. But I'll definitely check it out again until we back at it in April. I can't wait on that.
Yeah.
What I do want to talk to you about though is Sakamoto Days. Have you been watching it? You caught up?
No, I let it build because it's not impressing me.
Man,
it's not.
I'm not
gonna lie. The anime wasn't impressing me, so I was like, maybe I just need to. Maybe I'm caught in the hype, and because I'm watching it with 3 people in my ear telling me how hyped this shit gonna be. So, because they read the manga and everything, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a step back and wait for this to build up. Wait till how many episodes I've missed so far. Probably like maybe 3 or 4 weeks of episodes. So I'm like just gonna let it build up and I'm gonna watch it because it is not top 5 in as a new gen. So like new gen top 5 anime. It's not hitting where I want to put it in my top 5 for what I've seen, compared to Solo, Dandanon, and Kaiju number 8. Those three are definitely top 5. Freerin is starting. It's where I'm at, and it's starting to pick up. So it's starting to get good. I'm not gonna say it's top 5 until I finish it, but it's starting to get good. And I'm still hearing it buzz a lot more places. And season 2 information
Yeah, man, I
about to
gotta
drop
agree with
pretty
you there.
soon.
I was just gonna say the same fucking thing.
So
And
as of
these
now,
last
yeah,
2 episodes is really like gonna
I'm
decide what
I'm
side of
digging
the fence I was
everything
on.
I'm seeing, except
I
for the
think
fact
the
that it's
last 2
not giving me
episodes
the
I
vibe of
saw,
a top 5. So I'm gonna take a step back and then come
I
back to
think
it.
were
Maybe
an
it'll have more
improvement
emotional value.
over the previous 2. But
Yeah, man, I
it
gotta
still
agree
hasn't
with
been
you
living
there.
up
I
to
was
the
just gonna
hype
say the
that I was
same
expecting.
fucking thing. And these last
By
2
any
episodes is
means,
really like gonna
I was
decide
honestly,
what
I
side of
don't
the
know
fence I
if
was on. I
and
think
it's a
the
very light-hearted
last 2 episodes I
anime
saw,
that maybe could have something
I
to do
think
with
were
it.
an
I don't know,
improvement over the previous
but like
2,
when I
but it still hasn't been living up to the hype that I was expecting.
yeah,
Right.
super.
By any
Because
means.
the type of
I was
timing I thought it was
honestly,
gonna
I
be
don't know
on,
if,
like just reading the
and it's a very
description, like when the trailer came
light-hearted
out, like based off of like
anime
before the first episode,
that maybe could have something to do
I
with
was
it.
thinking we were
I don't
gonna be
know,
somewhat
but
closer
like,
to, not
Yeah, it feels like
exactly,
if it doesn't feel
but
serious, it don't feel
somewhat
like nothing's
closer
really
to
serious.
like
Everything feels exaggerated and kind of like gagged out.
what's that shit called?
yeah,
Akame got killed.
super.
Like
Because the type of
just from
timing I
the
thought it was gonna
assassin
be on,
aspect.
like just
Like
reading
not
the
just like
description,
super
like when the
dark like
trailer
that,
came out,
but
like
like
based
on
off of
some,
like before the first
an
episode,
assassin went into hiding.
I was thinking we were gonna be somewhat closer to, not exactly,
That too,
but somewhat
but
closer to like what's that shit called?
that. But I'm talking about like the
Akame got
tone,
killed.
like the
Like
tone of the show.
from the
Like just how you
assassin
said, it's not
aspect.
really serious.
Like not just like
Like
super dark like that, but like on some,
like
an
Ninja Kamui.
Don't
assassin.
forget,
When it started,
when
it's like, oh,
Akame got
this is
killed, they were
serious.
assassins.
This
They
ninja
were
used to be an
revolutionaries.
assassin, but he went into hiding.
That too.
They trying to pull him out of hiding.
But
They trying to kill.
They worked for the
it,
assassin
Same
works
shit
for the
almost to
revolutionary
a
army.
that
certain
So it's
extent.
kind of
Only
like
difference
too.
is one dude
But
lost
Assassin's
I'm
his
talking about like
Creed
family,
type
the
but he
vibes.
tone,
still had his family.
like the tone of the
But the
show.
tones are
Like just how
Okay.
you said
completely
it's not
different.
really serious.
And I'm
Yeah,
watching
it's
Like
not giving me
and I
serious
didn't have a
vibes.
huge issue with the animation
I
when
see.
it dropped. I thought
Ninja
it was,
Kamui, when it started, it's like, oh,
unique,
this is serious. This
different.
ninja used to be an
Not everything
assassin,
has to
but
be
he went into
custom for
hiding,
JJK for
and
me.
they trying to pull him out of hiding. They trying to
As
kill
long
him.
as the story's
It's
good,
the
I'm
same
down.
shit almost to a certain extent.
But
The only
now that
difference
I'm
is one
looking
dude
at the
lost his
animation
family,
and
the
like
other
the
one still had
tone
his family.
that they're
But the
going with,
tones are
it
completely
seems
different.
like,
And I'm watching it,
I don't want to call it a
and I didn't have a
kiddie
huge issue
anime,
with the animation when
but
it
like
dropped. I
something like
thought it
lighthearted,
was,
like something that
unique, different.
I
I'm
probably
not
wouldn't
everything
care
has to be
for a
fucking
season
Fate for
2 to see.
JJK for me or Demon Slayer. As long as the story's good, I'm down.
That, yeah,
But
more,
now that I'm looking at the
which is a
animation and like the
shame because I
tone
really fuck
that they're
with
going with, it seems like
I really fuck with
I don't want to call it a kiddie anime, but like something like lighthearted, like something that I probably wouldn't care for season 2 to see.
And it feels more
Okay.
fun than serious.
Okay.
I feel you.
Yeah, more, yeah. Which is a shame because I really fuck with the. I really fuck with
But
the.
that's why I said. But look, but this is why I said I'm gonna take a step back because Fairy Tail does that same shit where it has moments
What
where it's
episode are you
super
on?
kiddie, but then they have tones where they can get very serious.
I said, what
One Piece
episode are
also
you
has
on?
that same
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
And that's why I think right now we're just judging it early because we're still getting into the story. Maybe it needs to get to the season 2 where things are more serious and we got the introduction of every character out the way. So I'm gonna give it some time.
Because around where you at, around that episode,
if I had to,
that's where I was
if I had
like,
to,
I'm gonna give it a couple more episodes.
I said, what
early,
episode
like
build,
3,
and then
4,
I'm gonna see,
3,
okay,
4.
what we doing,
They're
where we
still
going,
literally doing
how we
introduction.
moving.
Okay.
I literally said I'm gonna take a step back from it because it just wasn't doing it for me to the hype that people were giving it.
Because around where you at, around
we gonna talk about
Free
Run in a second.
I'm gonna give it a couple more episodes and let it build, and then I'm gonna see, okay, what we doing, where we going, how we moving.
Listen, if you're gonna watch Free Run and give it time, you better watch this and give it time. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Free Run in a second because I did have questions for you about
28
that.
episodes. I'm on episode.
My only thing
14
with Sakamoto
now
Days
getting
is
this is kind of
we gonna talk about
kind of
Free
sad.
Run
Not
in a
gonna lie to
second.
you. It's getting good, but it's like, dang.
I am going to finish season 1 of Sakamoto Days.
Like I
I
had to clear
started it, so I'm gonna
the
finish
anime
for
to
sure.
half the season
And like I said,
to get
what
there.
I'm watching isn't bad.
We're gonna talk
It's
about
just
Free
not
Run in a
up to
second because I did have
expectations.
questions for you about that and what you
it's not
think.
hitting.
My only thing with Sakamoto Days is
Not too much from what we last left off, but I'm
Okay.
at least to episode 14.
I'm gonna
Okay.
read some comments before I continue.
I am
Trip
going
said,
to finish season 1 of Sakamoto Days. I started it, so I'm gonna finish it for sure. And like I said, what I'm watching isn't bad. It's
It
just
just
not
isn't hitting
up
the
to
same.
expectations. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not hitting.
I completely get you.
so I want to
Yeah,
make a parallel to that
yeah.
because I didn't watch this
Hold on,
show,
I'm gonna
but
read
based
some
off of the
comments before I
manga,
continue.
I heard great
I'll
things.
just
Trip
say this.
said,
So when the anime
I just want to get
dropped,
time
I
because
was
it's still
expecting
early in the
a
process of
parallel there.
everything.
mm-hmm.
And
First
manga
one
wise,
being,
it did make a lot of
I think
waves in the manga community. So
Tales of a
I'm gonna
House
wait a little bit. You
Husband.
know what I'm saying? But go
I
ahead.
think that's one of them.
So I want to
I
make
don't
a
know if you.
parallel to that because I didn't
I heard the manga
watch
was
this show, but based off of the manga, I heard
no. That's the
great
name of the
things.
anime.
So when the anime actually dropped, I was expecting a
It was
parallel
a
there.
really popular manga just like a year ago.
First
Anime
one
dropped and people were
being,
like, "It's too
I
silly.
think
It's not hitting XYZ."
Tales of
I
a
don't know if
House
this is the same
Husband.
way
I
people
think
feel
that's
about
one of them. I don't know
Spy
if you.
Like
Family
that, probably something
I
like
because
heard
that.
I
You
don't
like
what
going
the
to the
know,
manga
but
episode?
was.
like the
You
episodes
mean
of
like
Spy
going to the
Family
episode
I
title?
watched, it's almost
No,
the
that's the
same
name of
vibe I'm getting.
the anime.
Oh, yeah. No, I have no idea.
It was a
Okay.
really popular manga just like a
But
year
I
ago.
heard
Anime
that
dropped and
that
people were
manga
like,
was
it's too silly. It's
impeccable
not
and
hitting
almost
XYZ.
a shift of tone.
I don't know if this is the same way people feel about Spy
Yeah.
Family because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But like the episodes of Spy Family I watched, it's almost the same vibe I'm getting.
No, that's the vibe. Great that you brought that up. This is the same vibe I'm getting.
Okay.
Okay. Looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
But I heard
Let's see that
that
one.
manga was impeccable and almost a shift of tones.
I heard Spy Family manga was straight too. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
heard the manga
Facts.
for
Facts. I
Sakamoto Days is straight, but it's like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
I need to wait and get into it because people keep
it's,
telling me about,
Down to coming
they
back
know I
out
like
soon too.
swordsman, and Sakamoto Days
I got you,
protects
Zach.
like this
I
old
got you,
man
Zach.
that's a swordsman goes crazy.
Let
Okay.
me read
All right,
these.
well, when we get there, we get
First
there. But
comment.
besides that,
Trip says, I've
besides
come to
him,
realize
like
that certain shit
I'm
just
not
ain't
really, I
meant
don't
to
really
be
feel compelled towards
translated into anime.
Yeah.
like
Sakamoto
Facts.
Days
I feel
is
like
one
I
of them.
should go back and
I bet it's a
rewatch
fire read, but the
Danganronpa
anime don't grab me for real.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like just that.
Danganron's coming back out soon too. I
Yeah.
got you, Zah. I got you, Zah. Let me read these. First comment. Trip says, "I've come to realize that certain shit just ain't meant
I
to be
like that.
translated into anime. Sakamoto Days is one of them. I bet it's a fire read, but the anime don't grab me for real."
I see. I blame that on the people making the anime. That's when stuff like that happens. I just blame that on the animators. Y'all not doing y'all didn't read it yourselves. Most of the people that work on One Piece read One Piece. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Like they're also like, yo, my dude, what? Like, okay, Oda, you're doing too much here. You're doing like they have leaps and bounds creative control or at least creative integrity to be able to say, hey, Oda, let's fall back on here. Don't put Dossie and an L in Film Red. We know they're coming though. You get what I'm saying? I don't know the camp of Sakamoto Days like that. Shout out to my guy Menace. But I'm
Yeah.
to me as of right now, for me, I'm not caught up in the world of it as of it ain't hitting the same. I'm not getting the grasp of and I don't think it's going to hit the same because I
Exactly.
don't believe an actual person in this line of work could keep their family this protected. Like it feels like
Yeah.
Spy Family feels a bit more serious because not serious but more believable because it's not only that one person is doing the spy shit. They actually get the whole family kind of
And the whole
involved.
family's exposed
Where
at this
this one
point.
is
It would
like,
be different if
no,
only like a few
you
people
can't
knew
even kill and your wife is gonna kill
you're
you.
alive.
And
But
I
like
don't know
now
how we dealing with
everybody
it.
knows
To
you're
me, I've
alive.
always been
And
like, all
the
right,
no
bet.
killing aspect is
I
a
want to.
huge
I do want to wait till it gets those serious
point.
levels in the anime because I want to know how far we getting without actually having to spill any love for real. So, yeah,
And
I
even the people
couldn't.
that don't work with you
And the
are
whole
just like
family's
sitting on your
exposed at this
curb
point. It would be
getting
different if only
band-aids
like
put
a
on
few
them
people
by your
knew
daughter.
you're alive.
That's what I'm
So it's
saying.
like
But
That's
like
what I'm
now,
saying.
it's really
everybody knows you're
unserious.
alive, and the
And
no
then
I
killing
don't know.
aspect is
We'll see.
a huge point.
and then people and then the people that are getting sent after you end up
For
just
sure.
working with you in the shop.
Trip says a good time, but
And
not
even the
what
people
niggas
that
done
don't
hyped
work
it up
with
to
you,
be.
or just like sitting on
Karabachi
your
gonna cut
curb,
down all that
getting
shit.
band-aids put
Okay,
on
we hear a lot
them
about
by
that.
your daughter.
Okay.
So it's like it's really unserious. I don't know. We'll see
Yes, it's a fun anime. It's just it's lacking seriousness
for sure.
that
Trip says a good time, but not what niggas done hyped it up to be. Karabachi gonna cut down all that shit. Okay, we hearing a lot about that.
That's a fact. That is a
Okay.
fact.
Um,
Kagurabachi, Two Blue Vortex, and not Barto, but Two Blue Vortex is Barto. Kagurabachi, Two Blue Vortex, and Black Clover. When the three of them are made by Period, and all three of them are said to, well, not three of them. I'll take that back. Kagurabachi is not
Fucking with it.
Period, but Two Blue Vortex and Barto, Two Blue
Saw
Vortex, and
that.
Black Clover are Period.
Um,
And my God, when they come back out, I all three of those manga are said to be scheduled to drop as anime in 2026. The year of the swordsman, so I'm gonna say niggas going crazy.
fucking with
when
it.
I
It's
finish
going
reading
to
these
be
last
bonkers. That's all I'm
couple
going to say.
comments, you
Saw
cool
that.
with Za
Um,
and Trip coming on here? So I got some
Who
words to
picked up
say.
Kagurabachi? The same people that did
Yeah.
Cyberpunk. I forgot who picked up
Comment
Kagurabachi,
from
but
Blue
it's
said
somebody.
read
It's somebody
Sakamoto.
legit though.
Don't
I
watch
gotta
it.
look back into it, but it's somebody legit. Shit going up.
Let's see.
when I finish reading these last couple comments, you cool with Za and Trip coming on here? So they got some words to say.
Sure.
Right. Um, a comment from Blue said read Sakamoto, don't watch it.
Shout out to Blue.
Let's see.
Shout out to Blue. I had the craziest Discord conversation with him today on some mad crazy One Piece points. Things that I didn't fully acknowledge from before, and plus we watched a couple theory videos, crunch some shit down. Damn, man, I encourage a lot more one-on-ones
For
with
sure
people.
that.
Man, you
What's
hop in the
good,
chat, you
guys?
don't
What's
know
good, Za?
somebody too much, talk to them
Good
one-on-one,
Trip.
not with everybody. You talk to somebody with everybody, you get a bunch of points. But when you talk to people one-on-one, it's a lot of things go more smooth, cut clear, because you probably zone in on the mindset rather than critiquing to critique in front of a crowd. So,
For sure that. What's good, guys?
What up, y'all? I
What's good,
wasn't gonna
John?
say much.
what's up,
I wasn't
John?
gonna say. I wasn't gonna say much enough for. I was just gonna say. I thought y'all was having a Dragon Ball discussion. That's what I really wanted to hop in on.
No, we could.
But
I'm
just
not
to share the
against it.
same sentiments with the Sakamoto days, like yeah, I don't think shows like stories like Sakamoto days. I feel would have just been. I know I wish I'd have read it when Menace was telling me to read it because I feel like I'd enjoy it way better than like
Right.
sitting watching the anime type shit. You know what I'm saying? I've just come to realize that like certain shit just don't translate well to anime. No matter how good the animation is, it's like it's just not meant for that format. But because of hype and all that type of shit, cash cow, people want to make money off every and anything. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
Yeah, but the animation's fine,
I
bro.
can understand. I can understand how you feel about Blue Vortex, but again, I don't read it, so I don't read none of Boruto at all. But like, I don't think it's gonna have. I don't think it's gonna. It it won't be able to take Kaiju number 8 spot. I'll say that. I'll say that like that. It's
I
not gonna be able to take
think
Kaiju
it
number
is
8
laughing.
spot. I don't think so.
I think
Like I've seen the panels that all y'all hype for. Like I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like I'm just out the loop. I'm just not reading the story, and I don't think it's gonna. It's not gonna do what. It's not gonna. Especially Kaiju number 8 keep the same studio. What they got? They Mappa, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Doesn't sound too far fetched.
they got a Fire Studio, and I'm just going off of where I have to the poems I read. I know you're way past that. So you feel me? Like, yeah, what I'm saying? Like Shorty gonna get her old upgrade around when season 2 kick off type shit. And niggas don't even, what I'm saying? Like I don't Kaiju gonna have their foot on niggas like they did last season. They barely pump the brakes on that shit in that show. And when they do pump the brakes, it's good dialogue. It is saucy. It is impactful. It is fucking damn.
Why'd you pin it? It's great. I didn't understand.
I only did that because you saying I think Black Clover has that current gen. I don't think it's the next gen. For me, it's like current gen.
It's not
But
Black Clover. happening stuff. So it's not, you don't know what it looks like for the Black Clover being
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Of everything it's
crazy.
That's it.
Oh, I believe.
That's it. I'm gonna be beautiful once the anime come back, giving this shit. That's what it's like. As long as the studio, because again, 7 Deadly Sins, 5 top about studio botched.
Talk about it.
The studio botched. It is still an amazing read. It's amazing. You go read it, it's still amazing. The anime botched it, so it don't get to talk the high talk. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. They come back and start botching some of the scenes in Black Clover. You know what I'm saying? Or fucking up moments to kaiju. You know what I'm saying? People aren't gonna, they ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna just. I don't think they can. They can't afford to, because they built again, like Nika. You know what? Like, you know how they finna start season 2. You know the first fight of season 2. They can't play those.
You talking about kaiju?
Yeah. You know the first fight that's happening in season 2.
Yeah.
They can't play those games. And if I'm gonna assume what I assume, if they end it where they finna end it, like, dog, like, they gonna have the community in a chokehold, nigga.
Okay. See, so check this out, right? The reason why I give it like that I'm giving it is because studio actually one of my most hated studios. But I'd be a fool to sit here and ignore what they've done with the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. And 1,000-Year Blood War is...
They're the ones that do the Blood War?
Yes.
They're the ones doing that?
They're the ones that are going to be doing Boruto and Black Clover.
Cooking.
And they already said the whole anime of what we know for Boruto clipped. They're restarting the whole program because Boruto as a manga on plenty of manga viz powered sites, Shonen Jump's powered sites, Boruto as a manga remained top 3, literally probably until they took their big break. And then when 2 Blue Vortex came back, it was even propelled in the top 3 still. It was literally the top 5 conversation was One Piece, JJK, then they had Kagurabachi. Then they had Boruto, 2 Blue Vortex, and I forgot who's in the 5th spot. But anytime Black Clover would come out, it's been done for a while. Anytime Black Clover would come out and drop, Black Clover would be like, it's OP. Everybody's rushing to read the next Black Clover chapters. And authors of Black Clover and of Boruto, 2 Blue Vortex as of now, they're putting full effort into what they're penning for their stories. So I think if the treatment is just due by Studio Period, if they treat it the same way they treated 1,000-Year Blood War, I see no reason why we should fail. Black Clover is literally in its prime, but we would be restarting Boruto, and all they have to do is leave out all that filler that they put in the first place, and we will not have, and most people would be back on, because a lot of people still fell off of Boruto because the anime butchered it like that. They stopped rewatching it, and a lot of people stopped reading it. But the people that stopped reading it told me they were just a lot of people that I know, they said they were anime watchers first. So by butchering the anime, you kill my interest for the manga. But if you give me my love back for the anime, the manga should pick back up off this, right? Sakamoto Days came out, and this is how I know the release of it is not as just due, because the release of the anime did not increase Sakamoto's Days manga sales, volume sales at all. They saw no spike, not like in a good way. They had no good fluctuation. But
so to continue that point, I feel, me personally, because I step back and look at all that shit and how it plays out too, and I put myself in the shoes of like the consumer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember how I told you I saw season 2 or 5 or Solo Leveling, and I was like, yep, I'm reading it. They got me fucked up. That type shit. I can imagine people watch 1,000-Year Blood War, where it's like they're so, like, the shit is going so crazy for them. They probably just like, man, fuck it. I gotta go read the rest of this shit. Them nigga took a third break on me. Nah, I'm not for it. I need to go read this. Probably started buying volumes, all that type of shit. Sakamoto Days just doesn't have that much alluring shit to like a motherfucker who's gonna go like start reading Bleach off of the anime is because they want to see people's bankai, they want to see people shikai, they want to see certain matchups. Sakamoto Days don't got that allure yet of where like, oh, I want to see this person's ability, I want to see that person, because they gonna give it to you in that episode when the nigga appear. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they not, it's not serving the fans the way. Because again, manga comes out weekly. Some of these shits come out monthly. Just touching on the Black Clover shit. Black Clover coming out every 2-3 months. So of course, when that chapter drop, them niggas is there. And they giving us like 2-3 chapters at a time, long ones. You feel me? So we there when that shit drop. But again, it come out like every other month type shit. Whereas a series that's probably dropping weekly won't get that kind of traction because niggas know like, I'll wait till next week. Like how I'm handling Kagurabachi right now. I told Nika, I've been letting it build up for 10 chapters because I thoroughly enjoy the read that way. Because that man know how to leave off on a cliffhanger, and that shit pissed me off. You feel me? So, yeah, it's a lot of that shit just be like how, like you said, how the author be penning a story, their actual release schedule with their, their publishing, like be it Viz, Shonen Jump, whatever. I don't know how that shit works for real, but like, these niggas be monthly, bi-weekly, weekly, so I feel like all that shit matters. Regarding Boruto though, I'll give my take on this, and this will be all I ever say about Boruto for real. I got into Naruto because it was like, I want to say for the umpteenth time, bro, I seen that meme of Asuma and my nigga. Damn, how am I drawing a blank right now on bro's name, bro? Fuck. Yes, bro. I was gonna say Shikaku, his dad, but I know that's not his name. But yeah, like that meme of Shikamaru writing the shit for Asuma. So I was like, you know what, I gotta watch this shit at this point. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd already seen Kakashi Obito on YouTube, you feel me? Like I was like, yeah, I gotta get to that at some point. So like I finally got into it. I got my fix, got everything I needed. So when the next gen came around, I wasn't really
do you watch that?
You know what I mean? I already watched my nigga grow up. I don't need to see his kid grow up as well. You know what I'm saying? But some people like that kind of shit. Some people really so. For example, what's this shit called? Four Nights of the Apocalypse, because I love Seven Deadly Sins. So me reading Four Nights of the Apocalypse, I'm really getting my rocks off. You know what I'm saying? Watching the kids get down, have their fun or whatever. I don't know why Boruto didn't do it for me. Huh?
You watch that anime as well?
I read it.
Okay.
Well, I read it.
I've seen clips. I might go give it a
I haven't read it. I haven't read it in a while because it was giving me the same thing I was getting from Seven Deadly Sins. So I knew for a fact like I could just let this shit build up and then go buy the volumes because I actually fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So, but long story short, I enjoy that. So I guess that's where it comes contradictory because I'm watching the kids grow up in Four Nights of the Apocalypse, but I don't want to see the kids grow up in Boruto. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of off it. Yeah. Or I'm probably just salty that they canceled Samurai 8 just so bro can go back to writing Boruto. You feel me? That shit pissed me off. But yeah.
Zod, you had anything
I don't watch. Oh, what you say?
No, I was gonna ask Zod because Zod, since he's been here, hasn't actually said anything yet. So I wanted to see if he had anything he wanted to chime in on instead of this.
Of course. Yeah, first of all, listen, this chapter, I'm not gonna talk about it, but fire and shit that I called out, open. But I'm gonna talk about other stuff. I'm gonna talk about stuff that happened and other things that I talked about. I've been watching My Hero Academia back and then, and I told people this. You know what I said? Endeavor's a better teacher than All Might. And a lot of people are like, no, he's not. He's angry and all that stuff. Endeavor is a better teacher than All Might was. All Might couldn't get the quirk Jesus to where he needs to be. Endeavor did. Endeavor was like, yo, focus on this, and you can get your up here.
You
Endeavor
must.
was a better coach. He was a better teacher than All Might is. We don't call that shit out. Endeavor was a better coach than him. So think about it, he had the three powerhouses. He had
Bakugo, Shoto,
yeah,
and
yeah,
Deku.
Fire Gara, and then he had Deku, Quirk Jesus, and he had Bakugo.
Some call it quirk.
Because of his
Who
hair.
Facts.
Quirk Jesus?
I
Fucking
said
seven
facts.
quirks. Who
I
had
said
seven
facts.
quirks in all of the show? No one has seven quirks but that motherfucker.
Who the fuck is Gara? Who was the fire Gara? Who are you talking about?
You talking about
Todoroki.
Shoto?
Todoroki
Todoroki.
is fire
Yeah,
Gara,
hell
bro.
yeah.
Because
You
of
a
his hair.
toxic nigga, dog. No, I just peeped it. Like it's kind of there. Bro hate his pops.
You
Love
know
his moms.
what I've
You
noticed?
know what I'm saying? Scarred in the
Thank
face. You know what I'm
you.
saying?
I'm
Like
starting to
it's
think.
there. It's there
Some
if you
of
reach
Like
for it.
I'm
And
saying
that's why I'm like,
it's
nothing
you is
Zen
a
wrong
Zuko.
with it.
toxic
That's what it
nigga.
is.
like this thing across the
You is
board.
a
Zen Zuko.
toxic
I
nigga
think
for that.
you like.
Did I ever say anything wrong with it?
I think you like just pick out
Chris,
like
No.
did I
who
ever
are
say
like the
anything was
most
wrong with it?
popular
I
characters
just called it out. I
on
never
every
said nothing
watch,
wrong with it. That's
and
who
then
he
you
is.
just find like as much
You know what
shit on
I've noticed,
somebody.
What's up?
and
Are you sure?
I'm starting to think you most likely also do this with other animes I haven't seen. Like this is just like your thing across the board. I think you like, I think you like just pick out like who are like the
No, he
most
did give.
popular
He
characters on
gave them
each
their
anime
credit.
you watch,
He brought up.
and then you just find like as much shit you can hate on
No,
about each of them.
I mean,
Are you
Nah, I've
sure?
actually. It's not that. Bro don't like fire users. I peeped it. It's the
I
fire users he ain't fucking
literally
with.
just said Bakugo's my favorite character
Yeah, he just
from
gave credit
My
to
Hero.
Endeavor. Yeah, he just gave Endeavor big credit. But then,
No, he did give.
yeah.
He gave Endeavor credit.
See, the most
He
popular
brought
All
up.
right, okay. I
character,
was about to say because I was
the
finna
ones
ask him
everybody
about
likes.
Rengoku, and I know I wasn't gonna hear nothing nice.
And fuck
I
her.
know I wasn't.
Wrong
Fuck
person.
I
her.
said
You
Rengoku.
talking about him?
Unless
Yeah.
you just called my dog a
You talking
bitch
about
right
Demon
now.
Slayer? You
That's
talking about
cold
Demon
work.
Slayer?
That's cold work, and he's just like, yeah, that nigga a bitch. Fuck her. That's
But
crazy.
he is a bitch though. But
Whoa. Hey, I'm
anyway,
out, y'all. Hey,
anyway,
y'all enjoy
The most
yourselves, man.
popular characters,
And that's
the ones everybody likes.
he a
This shit
bitch. He a
cold, nigga.
whole bitch. But my favorite characters from My Hero Academia are Endeavor and Bakugo. Fuck with them heavy. Don't like. Never liked All Might. Never liked All Might. Thought he was annoying.
You might love Dark Knight, man. The new movie.
I don't like that
And
nigga either. I saw the way he transformed, and
All Might is a bad guy.
I'm not
I
gonna
figured
lie.
you would like All Might is a bad guy.
My hero with the movies though, boy, they don't miss.
They don't miss, and
They
all
don't
holds
miss.
in.
Hey, them movies, they don't miss at all.
I
I
didn't
don't
even
lie
say that.
to you, but I ain't even seen the fourth one yet.
Oda need to get
I
an
ain't even seen the
All-Time.
fourth one. I don't think I
All
saw
their
the
movies
third
are
one.
canon.
But
That's
yeah, those niggas.
yeah. He's right.
The first, actually, no, I did see the third one. Yeah, man, nah, them boys. Yeah, that should go crazy. Them movies be off the fucking chain. That is I don't even watch or read My Hero. I don't follow it for real. But if there's a My Hero movie on, I'm gonna sit down and watch that because I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Nah, he's right. But
Smart
like
man.
the love for the quirk Jesus Deku, couldn't stand it, bro. I
He's the
couldn't
main character.
fuck with him.
Come on.
Nah, he's lame, bro. He's literally Naruto with four other buffers, man. Fuck that bro.
I
Like
My
actually
him,
saw.
problem
I see him.
with My Hero is that my problem. I ain't gonna say it was a problem for real,
say
but
it.
the character, like, so I like to not gravitate towards the main character, or better yet, I am religious for like having a favorite character that's not the main character that I fuck with heavy and toughly.
My
And
rule for that.
in My Hero, there's not too
the players
many
are also
other
characters.
than main cast niggas that you could like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Bakugo don't get the kind of love Zoro get.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Todoroki don't get the kind of love Law get.
And fuck Todoroki.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just going into that
Equate.
dynamic of like, or even look at how I like you
Oh, you
niggas know
still
how I feel
can.
about
That's
Rayleigh. Like
context
I don't
behind
know
that.
an old head in My Hero that I just like gravitate to. I tried to with All Might, but then it was just like, you know, the shit was just quirky.
Yeah, you're right.
I guess I don't like when the show takes out the seriousness of a situation, or like I can't really say that because we got Gear 5 over here jump roping with Kaido, so I can't really say that. But like even yet and still, we know if Luffy lose, everybody dead. And it is a possibility he might lose.
Yep.
Naruto
You know
used
what I'm
to
saying? Like I don't be feeling that shit in My Hero.
That's the main problem with My Hero, and that's the thing I see force of death with My Hero, and it's like, yo, your main character is a cheat code because he does whatever the fuck he wants. That's why I think Deku honestly is lame. Deku to me is not one of my favorite characters. I
He
put
is, ain't he, a crybaby ass nigga.
Bakugo way above him than I ever put uh Quirk Jesus.
Let me ask y'all this. What was harder to deal with, right? Towards in the beginning of the show. And
somebody say
notice
Deku as well.
Yuji don't got none of these problems. Shout out JJK for being part of the new Gym Big 3, because Yuji don't got none of these problems I'm about to mention. What was more difficult to deal with? Deku's crying or Asta's fucking yelling?
Deku.
I'm the wrong person to ask these questions to.
I mean, give me an answer, man. Come on now, don't leave me hanging.
I didn't
Come on.
have a problem with Astas yelling, and I didn't see a problem with Midoriya's crying.
All right, for sure.
Deku
I'm gonna be
crying
honest with you.
honestly upset me to no end, bro. Fuck that, bro.
I'm gonna be
It
real with
didn't
you.
upset
I
me.
expected it, so it
It's not
didn't
like it
bother me.
upset me. It was the multiple times per episode. It's like, all right, give me an
Yes,
episode where bro go nut up at least. Come on, man.
bro, do something. Mike gave me his powers, and then he just
That's
started
what
crying.
that's what
I'm like,
made that's
yo,
what made that's what made that's in my aspect of looking at the character, my perspective. I mean, that's what makes him him. So it's not. I don't think they're ever gonna be with. I don't think he's ever gonna be without that. You know. So even with Asta, a lot of people say that the yelling with Asta has calmed down. No, it never. It never actually really calmed down. It became a little more subtle, maybe, but it never calmed down. What happened was the
With
cast
talking.
within him became okay with his yelling, so no one
I,
complained
I
about his yelling.
disagree, bro. It
I
actually
mean,
kind of did calm down a little bit.
yeah, they dialed it back a little, but to me, he's overarchingly, if you actually watch him, he's still yelling the same shit. Like it just never bothered me. Naruto to me pissed me off way more than any of those guys. With
Talking.
trying to do
but
the in the middle of
Deku and
at
Naruto
the
pissed
end
me
So
of
off.
every fight he tried to Jesus talk somebody, and you're just like, oh, okay, bro,
yeah, nah,
like
that
you got to
shit started
chill.
to get on
You
my
kind of
nerves too,
that
for
to
sure,
me
for
that's
sure.
annoying. Like, what are we doing that for?
But
I don't care if we
so
cry, we whoop a nigga ass and cry. He crying, but at least he whooping nigga ass. But I'm
so,
out.
so it's not right. In Baku's case, he's crying because he's so grateful to all.
Loser.
He's crying.
Is
Say
he
all in
losing?
one episode. This is hold on, Zal. Let me get
Get going,
all
Omar.
one episode. He's crying because he's grateful to All Might. He's
Mm-hmm.
crying because and he's crying because he don't want to like his opportunity. He don't want to let down. He finally could live his dreams. Like bro, crying that episode for three different things, 3 different times. And Aku goes, I said, "Fuck." I guess they remind me of each other. In Asta's case, Asta was yelling a whole lot in the beginning, but now he can have a subtle conversation with you and he's not yelling. Asta has a strong, raspy voice. I would imagine because I watched the dub and then I watched sub. So I always watch both mediums and shit. And the tone of his shit was always consistent. Like yeah, he did a lot of that yelling in the beginning, but after towards like once he actually was integrated into the Black Bulls and like getting rapport with each and all of them, it wasn't that they accepted him yelling. It was more so that he was just having regular conversations with people that you know what I'm saying, you don't catch him in a yelling random moment anymore.
Nope.
But
I disagree because I just watched the movie and he was Captain Yami's asking him, "What are we dealing with?" And he's literally yelling. He's like, "Oh, they're bad. They're bad. They're this." He's literally yelling, but Asta's acceptance of who he is because now Asta is. Everyone had a problem. All the people that had a problem with Asta have learned to love Asta because of a certain part about him that gained that helped him win them over. So it's like, watch this. This guy yells all the time, and we have a problem with it. But if this nigga pulls up all the time and gets the job done, why am I complaining about his yelling? That's how I saw it. Because every time we see him, even if I take away him in the movie, and I go back to the last few episodes I saw of Asta, before it got to the confrontational part, Asta's still yelling. Noel is just blushing now when he yells instead of complaining about how annoying. Two different vibes because of how the crew takes on their counterpart. So he is annoying. If you ever notice when Asta meets new people, they're annoyed by that same yelling. Even still, they're annoyed by the same yelling. But after he wins them over, they never complain about the yelling again. But when they describe Asta to somebody else, they'll say he's short, he's loud, he's a musclehead. They still include that loud tendency. They don't really shy away from it because it's still there. It's just we learn to like it a little more because, like I said, they do. You're right. They dial back a little bit. They do make it subtle.
Yeah, that's all, and that was ultimately all I was highlighting. That is dialed back a little bit.
Dialed back a little bit. They're still making it so where the crew is accepting to him. To where if Asta's not yelling, they're kind of like something's wrong with Asta now. He's not the same cheery, yelling person that he always is. So that's
Can I present a thought? Because in the beginning, a lot about Asta was him seeking acceptance. Of course, he didn't care for real, but it was like, I hope I'm accepted.
Yeah.
I hope they don't look down on me for not having magic. I would open the thought process that the yelling that he does in the beginning with people before they accept him is him trying to be accepted by them.
Yeah.
And once he is accepted by them, he doesn't subconsciously. He no longer is just randomly being that loud because he knows they already believe in me. So I don't have to make them believe in me with bravado. They already believe in me. I don't have to overboard the bravado. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Because I'm acknowledging like he's still loud, but you touched on the movie, Sword of the Wizard King, a fire fucking movie. I be loving these one-off anime movies. I ain't gonna hold you. That Sword of the Demon King of the Wizard King is foolish, but fucking in that movie, even that yelling scene that you're talking about, that only happens like once or twice in the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. They're subtle to showing it, but he still does it. Like even in the anime when he's with the Black Bulls, notice all the Black Bulls are chaotic. Asta's loud, yeah, but you got Luck in the background shooting lightning with Magna doing fireballs, hitting and destroying the actual crew clubhouse. So they're all menacingly loud and annoying.
Meanwhile, Shorty walking around in lingerie. I don't give a damn about that little nigga. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you know what?
On him
I'm actually even to dial back and say, I got used to bro that I didn't even see. That's probably another thing too. That's probably what it is.
I don't know that. I actually had this argument with just somebody I had an argument with probably like 2 years ago, like when Black Clover first stopped airing, and I literally went to rewatch the whole series, and this is before the movie had came out, just to see if I was tripping on my thoughts about his voice. And I'm not, but at the same time, I do give you your props. He does dial back. They do subtly show it more, where he's not always yelling with Noel. He has more because the main conversations you have to judge are the conversations he has with Noel. And when he has those conversations with Noel in the beginning, he's yelling a lot. As he gets cooler with Noel, he's not yelling all the time. But the moments he does yell, Noel is okay with it. So it's a lot of contrast.
I completely get it, and now I'm even looking at it in a different light, like because one of my top 3 MCs, right? Like it's Yusuke, Luffy is Yusuke, Luffy, Natsu, in no particular order. And Natsu low-key just as bad as Asta. I'm not even gonna lie. You feel me? He low-key just as bad with that loud ass shit.
Fair.
Bro gonna bust up in somewhere he ain't supposed to be at the top of his lungs. You feel me?
Like, bro, I think Black Clover took that from Fairy Tail, like from the guild house that's always kind of crazy. Like that was Black Clover, that was Fairy Tail guild. They were always going crazy, boxing each other, doing crazy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just was watching Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest. Like, I love the nostalgia of seeing him box Gray at the beginning of the series, running from Urza, crying, scared, like, oh my god, it's Urza, we gotta act right. Now,
I hope that never changes, bro.
Bro, but listen, now it's crazy because instead of boxing with Gray, he's in
the fact he can even do that.
Like, they argue about some shit, and they're casually boxing. Like, not even came a long fucking way, bro.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate.
Yeah, fine. Now him and Gildar can, you know, not. It's not, of course, it's serious shit, but like, you know, he can play scuffle with the nigga now, and like, you know, the smoke, the dust clouds get to rising up and shit. It's shit funny.
Yelling initially annoyed me a bit. Luckily, I kind of before I got on Black Clover kind of late, so I already had like the expectation that he was gonna be doing that. Before
I'm
they prepared me for it. I was annoyed by it.
For me,
my nigga Natsu, man.
But after a while, once the show got like at its peak,
Oscar's yelling initially annoyed me a bit. Luckily, I got on Black Clover kind of late, so I already had like the expectation that he was gonna be doing that. People told me they prepared me for it. I was annoyed by it initially, but after a while, once the show got like at its peak, the majority of his not the majority, but every now and again his yelling would just fall into like comedic timing. So I just rock with it. It wouldn't.
You're right.
In the beginning, so I kind of just let it slide. The shit with Deku, I don't let that slide as much. That does kind of annoy me. And I think it only annoys me because it's kind of like that same stagnant.
Because in the beginning, you have every
like Naruto has. Like Naruto's really the same character the entire show.
It's
the only difference is he becomes loved later by the village, becomes Hokage. But as far as like who he truly is, he's a static character. Deku, I don't believe should have that same trope because in the beginning you have every excuse and reason to cry. You were dealt a bad hand, right? Like it's like 0.003% of people with no quirks. You happen to be one of them. Super weak, lame, loser, no friends. I get it. As the story progresses, you have to have so much stronger, not only to just your peers, but to everyone else in the world. Eventually, the client should stop. Eventually, like at some point, there's no reason to cry anymore, unless like extreme circumstances. But like it can't be over every small thing anymore. Like you have to have some type of character development past that.
This is where Deku gets some bail with me because I be having to understand that at the end of the day, these little niggas are in middle school or like freshmen in high school. For one, for two, this is by all means dealt that whole like he had accepted his fate. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I think back a lot. I don't think back a lot to it, but Deku has memorable moments for me, and one of them it's not no diss to Deku, but like when he was looking at that TV screen crying, asking his mom if he could be like that someday, that was heavy to me.
Bro, that's why we see.
That's heavy to me. Hold on.
You good. I'll wait. I'll let you, man.
That was heavy to me, and so follow with another one when he's fighting the muscle nigga, muscular, and after he beats him, like he has the whole inner monologue about being the young nigga's hero, or whatever. but it was the notion of he was gassed out after that fight. He wanted to fall on his back, but he refused to fall and caught his footing. That moment to me, like it helped me begin to understand that okay, what he's going through is a character development moment. Because I don't know if this shit probably was animated. I forget, but like bro go on a dark path later on.
Yeah, it is animated.
Yeah, like bro go on a dark path later on. So it's like
Vigilante Deku.
Imagine that was the nigga that cried 3 times an episode.
Yeah.
If you saw him for the first time and they told you he used to be crybaby 3 times an episode, like you wouldn't believe that shit.
You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
That's what character.
Exactly, and that's why I can understand with how with Asta is just. I can appreciate his consistency with his loudness, and I greatly appreciate Deku's transforming into an understanding, compassionate person who was bullied, take for granted, gained power, lost something important, went on that dark path. His homies pulled him out that dark path, and like he finally he grew. Bro grew for real. So I could respect it, but yeah, bro definitely rough from the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I wanna
add a couple bro do something fire and then start crying. I'm like, damn, I can't even be hyped for you, gang. Like fuck, nigga.
I wanna chime in on this because it's not even really. Well, I told myself to stop saying it's not. I find that too rude. I think that it's a little more to what is going on in his situation because he's already been mentally cracked. So for me, I deal with kids all the time of that age, literally, and sometimes the kids cry and don't even realize that they are crying. And that's they're actually putting on there for Deku is a very realistic thing, especially for what he's going through because he's going through crisis after crisis after crisis. And yes, he is crying. Yes, he does have the crybaby tendency. I call Tanjiro his big brother. Tanjiro does all the same shit. Tanjiro might not cry in the moment, but at the end of that arc, Tanjiro's going to cry. Bro gonna give you that. Bro gonna be like, this shit heavy, nigga. Exactly. This shit hurt. Damn, why I had to kill you, nigga? I was just like you. The last arc is going to cry. Whether if it's you could say it's a life and death scenario, but Deku's also crying because it's a life and death scenario. So he's like when he cries for Eri. The same way Tanjiro's gonna cry because Nezuko's supposed to be out of the sun and she kicked me over here to save these people, but what about her? And then you turn around and realize my sister's alive. But yeah, you cried about it though. But the crying is going to happen regardless. I give Asta his credit because that to me, he's somebody that should be a crybaby a lot, and Asta just doesn't cry. He'll cry in that one moment when he realizes he can't use his arms again and his career might be fucking done. Yeah, you might get Asta crying. Besides that, you don't get too much crying. But I think the crying for Deku is warranted because he's actually being
It's crazy that you said that.
He's a superhero
it's crazy that
in middle school. Anybody taking care of Superman shit in middle school deserves to shed a few tears, regardless of how I feel towards
it's crazy you said that after Coke said what he said about I didn't even realize that. But yeah, Asta and Natsu, low key, they one and the same, bro. Cause that nigga Natsu don't cry like that for real. Like, bro, don't do that shit. Like Ignia had to die.
Yeah.
And Gildark had to show him you're not ready yet. Yeah. Them is the only 2 times I remember him crying.
Yes.
Ignia's death and what you call it? You know, when he was in front of Gildarts at Tenro Island. And I don't even, that wasn't even really on some, like, I can't do shit crying. I don't even think I think the tear he shed was the realization that, like, fuck, I was just egotistical and, like, what was I thinking? Type shit, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no sad shit. It was like it was him really finally looking in the mirror of like, oh, I'm not what I thought I was. Yeah, I'm definitely not what I thought I was. That's what that was. You know what I mean?
In that moment,
yeah, so like him and Austin low key one and the same, bro. Them my niggas.
It's a fact. Say what you about to say, Coach.
I'm not like I
thought. I was just saying that moment was the level. And it's not a lot of animes that have that type of scene in it. In other shows, we'll see like the MC might get up and say, Yeah, I lost today. I'm gonna try again tomorrow. In that moment, he really truly saw the gap in their power, and he was like Chip just said, "I'm not like I thought I was. There's a whole nother level on top of a level to even get to where Gildarts is.
My
I'm a hot nigga. I
nigga,
need to cool down a little."
I have
Yeah.
never seen the wind leave someone's sails
Which
the way it
Fact,
left his sails in that moment, bro. Like
fact.
I cannot recall a moment in anime where
That was
a
a
nigga
different.
took a wind out his sails. Unless like you go into, but this isn't a main character shit. But like you remember in Hunter x Hunter when that one Chimera thought he could fade, bro, and then he aged out of fear type shit.
Which
Yeah,
Chimera?
Not the Chimera. He's talking about the guy that works for the Hunter organization, and he
yeah.
was
I
spying
eat
on the
fire
kings and this
with
and
a
that.
smoke.
And then he went over there by the staircase a little bit, and he peeped that one of the royal guards, their aura was too much, and it made him age because it was like too much pressure,
Like yeah, like
too much spiritual
again, but
pressure.
you see me like with them not main characters. This was a
Yeah,
not to walking around like I can't be touched. I burn hot shit. You feel me? And
I eat fire
like,
with a smoke.
like bro did not throw a punch. He did not say like I'm gonna give it my all. Bro fell to his knees and was like I was wrong.
But I do want to say this, right? I do want
I
to say
said,
this.
yo, that
I do
was
want to
too
double back and spin back on Barto because this is why I want the series to get its flowers because Barto is actually a very stellar MC that people do not give him credit for because he has the stigmatism of how he first came in with his dad and he didn't like his dad and all this. A lot of people harp on that on Barto, forgetting that if you actually read the series, after the movie shit, which is in the first 50 chapters type shit, after that, Barto's Mr. I back my dad up on everything. Like he's literally trying his best to prove his father's philosophy to the Leaf Village, to everyone he meets, to Kowaki. And
this may be a spoiler. I don't wanna but I'm gonna ask it anyway.
okay,
Isn't that because he's trying to like remind them niggas that he is the Hokage son? Or has
no,
that been like
that's done. Like, everyone knows the Hokage's son already. All that you saw happen in the Barto movie, that is that. After the Barto movie, if you watch the last scene in the Barto movie, he's literally dapping up his dad while his dad goes to work and he goes to school to handle his shit. He's like, all right, dad, I'll catch you later. And they're dapping each other.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the
I'm using that to harken
Okay.
to another point.
Okay.
Naruto literally is handling with the Kara, that other stuff with the Okatsuki and everything. Bar's always backing up his dad, and it has nothing to do with I'm my father's son. It's more because now I want to be my own shinobi, and I can be myself because I have to believe it. His dad. So now it gives him room, a person, to grow within his own. You can fighting the past. He's no longer fighting his past because he deals with his past in the Barto movie. Once he deals with what his father is doing, why he does it, and he gets past that, and he understands that dad's job is serious. When mom says that's this, it becomes the best of both worlds. I'm Sasuke's student, but I'm Naruto's son.
No,
And he executes flawlessly on. Even in the filler episodes, he was doing a good job at backing his dad. I don't want to talk about filler. I'm just knowing the canon of the story. He's doing and executing everything that you expect the MC to do, and he's attacking his plus to where when we get to Two Blue Vortex, he's literally the same character we see in Kagurabachi. He's literally Chiro. They literally moving on the same type of timing. He's just more of I'm a master, where you see Chihiro, he's actually still trying to master his own ability. Barto's already there. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like Barto's already done the solo level. He's there. That was the whole point of training with Kashin Koji sees it. Spoiler, Kashin Koji sees the future and it basically helps people learn in the future in the present. So he's been horrifying. As far as what else the kid, by the time you get to Two Blue Vortex, you're dealing with the Sun Jin Woo. You're dealing with the Chihiro Lucas Hero. You're dealing
so
with
that's why I was trying to get like I seen the whole movie.
No, for
You
sure.
didn't have to explain.
For sure.
I'm purely talking about Blue Vortex because I know that like during that I know bro came back and like there's the whole plot of being like like somebody did some shit, and it's like Naruto does not believe that Boruto is his son. He thinks Kawaki is his fucking son.
No, Naruto's still in a coma. He never gets to acknowledge any of
Yeah,
that.
he never. I'm sorry, Hinata. You know what I'm saying? It ain't but like 2-3 people that actually. I think
You
they
mean
said. I think
Himawari, the sister.
Himawari. I
Naruto
think.
and him are both sealed in the same place.
Because I believe Sadara and it's Sadara and one other person that actually know like okay, like Boruto is the actual Lord Seven's son type shit. And so when you were saying that initially about the whole stand on business for pops type shit and prove that I'm his son, I was like, ain't that just because of what's going on currently? Because everyone don't know everyone don't think.
No, but that's the joy. That's the joy of it because he's not Kawaki's in his position and he's not trying to change anyone's mind about what they feel like. He's saying Kawaki can have. If that's what Kawaki want to do, whatever. Let Kawaki have. I'm not trying to out. I'm not trying to tell everybody, oh, I'm Naruto's son. I'm not gonna. I have to save the world. I'll do that, then worry about being someone's son. Right now, the world needs to save. We gonna save the world, save my sensei, then save my. Then at the end of the culmination of that, save my dad and my bros. He didn't want to kill his bros. He said, at the end of all this, I just want to give my brother a punch in the face. That's all. Like he's actually developed to the point where he can be mature and he can say, oh, he's talking Hokage Shikamaru. He's talking enough where he's not telling Shikamaru who he is. Shikamaru's so damn smart that he's like, this only makes sense. Really, this person. And then he's like, well, believe what you want to believe. Just know I'm trying to save the village, gang. Like humility, integrity. Come on, man. I'm just saying, we aura farm in the right way with this guy. I ain't gonna hold you. The same way I said for Chihiro in Kagurabachi, Baruto gets the same point. Sung Jin Woo,
I definitely want to give bro a chance.
Probably whatever Sasuke was.
I definitely want to give bro a chance. I really, really do. I don't know why my body and soul won't let me. I want to give bro a shot. You feel me?
I got $10.
I can respect it. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I respect his daddy. You know, let me ask this: what is his ninja way? What is his ninja way?
Who's probably the Sasuke boy?
Boruto. What is his ninja way?
I can't remember.
His Nindo.
Right now. It's probably in there, but it's probably in there, but I can't really remember.
Cause I was trolling the homie one day. I was like, bro was just hyping up Boruto like he the next this, he the best ninja ever. I'm like, that nigga ain't even got no Nindo. What the fuck you talking about? I was like, he ain't got no ninja way.
I haven't heard what his Nindo is verbatim, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's of the same. Like I said, he believes in his dad, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same philosophy as his father. He's a Uzumaki through. So I just say it's his dad shit. And like that, like never giving up. That's literally what he's doing. Like he's actually embodying that manifestation. The whole world is against him, and no one believes his truth, but he's still not giving up. So that's my Nindo, my ninja way. If there's any time someone just shows me action speaks louder than words, it's Baruto Uzumaki. That I'm just saying, but the kid is done fine. The fandom just puts the daddy notion to him from what they saw in the first movie, and then kills him about all the filler they riddle his series with. Besides that, Baruto has done nothing wrong. He actually has character development. He actually gets powerful. Like he's actually aura farming. He's doing all the MC shit we would want from multiple different MCs, but into one person. It's like, I bet word too. So I can't doubt this kid. Son is out here. Not a Hyuga knows Hyuga style. Not a Uchiha knows Uchiha style. I just can't.
Yo, Nico, I'm just like, you finished reading Bleach, right?
Yeah, I finished reading Bleach.
Okay. So again, I can't help but because I watched all of Naruto. I finished reading Bleach, and both series at the end introduced the MC's child, right? I gravitated way more towards Ichigo's son than I cared to know what the fuck Boruto was finna have going on. And mind you, I still checked out what Boruto had going on for the most part, but like I said, I guess I guess I was just. I think I got my ninja fix. I think that's ultimately what it was. I think I got my ninja fix from like whatever and all of what Naruto gave me. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. I personally, I was way more excited for Naruto's kid because I knew Sasuke was going to train him. Sasuke was my favorite character, so I'm just sold off the bias of it. You get me?
Okay.
Ichigo, I was hyped for it too, but he wasn't like Hime's power was cool. But I just expect if Ichigo's son gets some Hime power, he'd just be some nigga that heal all the time. I wasn't
Man,
really
bro,
like, all right, bet, which is still a good ability to have.
bro,
But
bro,
Naruto's son, he
Shikai
Shadow
look
Clone
like
with
his
his
dad's
power.
Bankai.
You know what I mean?
That little nigga Shikai look like his dad's Bankai. I ain't
No,
gonna hold you.
that's
That's
fine.
just
I personally
foolish.
thought the new Gen Big Three were gonna be like if you talk new Gen Big Three, if Ichigo had came out with like his son, I had Baruto up there, I had Ichigo's son up there. They were gonna stand next to each other for sure. And One Piece, I know One Piece is gonna keep going. It was gonna be Luffy still here, Baruto, and Ichigo's son. That's how I had it. But then they bullshitted the Baruto anime, and then Ichigo's son never came out. They gave him a one shot and said they weren't releasing anything. And then Kubo recently was at a barbecue with people and like other people, whatever. And he basically talked about how there's a Quincy heaven. So just like how they have the Hueco Mundo and then they have Hell, there's a place where
Wow.
the Quincy's go to, and
I
they
haven't
plan
finished.
on
I
bringing
haven't
back
finished watching it.
lineage so that can be
I'm
explained
not
and
ready.
be input into the story. And we know in the one shot that they dropped, Ichigo's son went to Hell. He opened up there a portal to Hell opened up, and he went
I'm
through
still on
it.
the
It was
anime.
him and Renji's kid. They ended up going through it type shit. So I encourage you read the Bleach one shot of when
I read
Ichigo is
it.
pretty much an adult.
I
I
read
don't
it.
think Coates has read it yet, but
Oh yeah,
it's
no,
good
read
stuff.
that shit.
I
It's
haven't
good
finished.
Bro,
stuff.
read that shit.
It's
No,
very good
listen.
stuff.
Whatever you think about Ichigo son, that ain't like that was just you ain't no shit until
Yeah,
you read
see,
that motherfucking one
Ichigo's
shot.
son is supposed to be
On the
just as
anime.
lit as Baruto is. There's not supposed to be no overarching or underlying like, oh, you could argue who will be better than who when they're both adults for sure. But as kids, they both
Bro,
have this same ceiling
you
of
know
potential
how
that's crazy.
we've all seen Magi, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've seen Magi.
Bro, you know how, you know what I'm saying? My little nigga Aladdin is blessed with the roof. The roof just loves that nigga. Bro, the hell butterflies just love this nigga, bro. Like, they just love that nigga. Bro, that nigga different.
Yeah,
The hell butterflies love that nigga, bro. What is shit crazy?
yeah. So we got some new vibes coming. I don't know how long it's gonna take to come out with the Bleach stuff, but I definitely think it's gonna go. I definitely think it's gonna go crazy, especially seeing that Ichigo's right hand man. I mean, his son's right hand man is gonna be a girl, Renji's daughter. So to me, Renji's daughter got crazy potential too. That's a daughter between Renji and Rukia. You
Okay.
know what I mean? That's a crazy combo right
If
there. So
Kubo, if Kubo really wanna, if he really wanna just flip the scale and do his big one for real, he needs to just go ahead and send what is this little nigga's name? Is it Kazui or Kazumi? It start with a K. What's the little nigga's name?
from which one? From Bleach?
Uh, Ichigo's son. It start with a K.
Oh,
I
I've
just
heard.
forget what it's.
I can't remember, but I know he's lit. I
Start
haven't
with a
read the one
fucking
shot in a while.
K. Fuck. It ain't Kazumi or it ain't Kazumi. I'm thinking of something else when I say Kazumi. It start with a fucking K though. But ain't neither here nor there. Have my nigga Young K. You feel
It
me?
might be
Have
Kazuma.
my nigga Young have my nigga Young K. Go to the Burn the Witch side of things. Cause you know burn the Burn the Witch is
Canon to
part of
Bleach verse.
that.
To the Bleach verse.
It's canon to the
Yeah.
verse. You know what I'm saying? Like have him and Rukia's daughter and them like interact with that side of things and just open up and just do your big one with like that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I want to see them girls back in action. That shit was cold. You know, the
Kazu
dragons, that shit
Kurosaki.
was
I
nice.
gotta
Yeah,
actually.
I enjoy it for a one shot volume. It's
Kazui
like 5,
Kurosaki.
6
Yeah.
chapters in one thick ass volume. You can go pick it up off any shelf. That shit low key hard. As a Bleach
I
fan, that's
wanted them to
something. As a
do.
Kubo fan, you
Yeah.
should have it.
I wanted them to do more with that, but I figured they would do it if they bring back Ichigo's son. I did just like how you're thinking. That's how I thought they would.
Kazui.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it was
What you say?
Kazumi, right?
Kazui.
Kazumi.
Kazui.
Okay,
Rui
yeah,
Kurosaki.
Kazu Kurosaki. Yeah, I was about to say it's Kazu something for sure, but I couldn't remember the full thing.
Oh,
But
so
I
I
thought
was
they
right.
would bring
I
back.
did have it right.
You
I
were
knew
you
it
were
wasn't
very close.
Kazumi.
You were very close.
I said Kazumi. I just didn't think it was Kazumi.
Oh, word. I heard you say
Yeah.
Kazu, but
Okay.
word to WW.
Phase 5.
But
Kazumi
yeah, he's on point.
Kurosaki.
But I just like you, Trip. I figured they would bring Burn the Witch and have it in play with Bleach and the Soul Society stuff. Like same way
They
I
should, man.
have how I presume in the next series it's technically supposed to be Fire Force and then Soul Eater, and now they're gonna be dropping a new one called he's gearing up for it. It's supposed to be called Soul World. So you know what I mean.
Last this be probably my last question about Boruto, but it's from going on because when I brought up Samurai 8, it sounded like you read that shit. So
yeah, I've seen Samurai. I read Samurai.
So that being said, is the Boruto verse leading into the times of Samurai? Because that's what that was the what Samurai 8 was presenting, like far distant dystopia future of the Naruto works, where you know what I'm saying, but I could be completely wrong. So I'm just like, is that
Especially the end of series, they could present that lore wise. As of right now, it seems like we're just getting the regular ninja going to space. The same way One Piece is getting like space vibes being brought into it. Naruto getting the space vibes basically. We're now learning that
okay?
the studio whatever they're doing their thing, but
Okay. Yeah, it could still lead into
definitely still leading.
Gotcha, for sure. Was a Samurai 8 was bullshit, tripping balls, nigga. That niggas went from just cutting down the building to cutting down the fucking moon and spaceship, and I'm like, yo, relax, y'all.
Yeah, it's giving
Shit
Fire
fire.
vibes.
The shit was fire though, man. Like, them 5 volume, bro. Or is it 6? God have mercy. Man, shit's great.
My last question.
I got a One Piece question for y'all in here, but I do want to point out the caveat that I want this to be somewhat of a quick question, quick answer, just so we can jump over to soul leveling next, because I know how we can get when it comes to One Piece, right?
And that the original Joy Boy was his future self going back in time.
My guy's question. Shout out to Tip Boy Vinny for the follow. His question was, what do you all think of One Piece also being a time traveling device? Okay, what do you all think of the One Piece also being a time traveling device, and that the original Joy Boy was his future self going back in time, causing an eternal loop, making it just one cycle?
Hold on. So that's the question. I need to actually check that. What do you think of the One Piece being a time traveling device?
Yeah.
I'm not. I can't. I can't. I won't subscribe to it. I just see it being highly very given that we've already like a time travel already been in put to play type shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, I definitely, as far as the whole, definitely there's a cycle that's on repeat here. But I don't think Joy Boy is directly involved in causing that repeat, or Nika, being directly involved to cause that repeat. Or even the Devils, I think, is one of those things of fate. Like, until this happens, so continue.
I agree with you.
Especially
I don't think
going into the mural. You know what I'm saying?
I think there is
first
I don't think this
world,
specific person
world they'll never meet in this
individual
world, which is the one we're living in. They will
Joy Boy Luffy
surely meet again. Some gotta give this time around, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my
obtuse and biased.
But
I just don't.
I agree with you. I don't think
Luffy losing the fight that matters.
I think there is a cycle in place. I don't think this specific person or individual character, whether you want to say Joy Boy, Luffy, or Nika, is
As a
like
king of the
the
pirates, I
causing
don't know. Like
factor,
I see him
and it could
like
just
when the fight
be
that
me
matters
being obtuse
comes,
and
he wins it.
biased,
I don't see
but
him
I just don't
losing
see the
that
character
fight just to
Luffy
win it the third time.
losing the fight that matters
That's just me.
twice, like when the fate of the world is at hand. I kind of like just see him as a king of the pirates. I don't know. Like I see him like when the fight that matters comes, he wins it. I don't see him losing that fight just to win it the third time. But that's just me. How could we tripping?
Sure.
Okay, so I got a different type of answer. Um, for my answer, right, the way I'm kind of pushing this is we shouldn't think on that narrative. And the reason why I say we shouldn't think on that narrative is because, for One Piece works in quirks of fate. That
Sure.
being the notion wouldn't be a quirk of fate. That would be a complete setup. If that be the case, and I think Oda has it that set up. Fate has to play out, which is why Blackbeard and his crew move the way they do. If that was the case, I don't think Roger would have read whatever he read on Laugh Tale, and then
I feel
after
that.
that, tell Rayleigh, my son is going to find One Piece. You get what I'm saying to you? If it was all, if he went to Laugh Tale and figured out all this big shebang, remember Roger
Right.
knew it all. So if he
Yeah.
figured it all out, why would he think his son would find the One Piece if his son doesn't have nothing to do with the time machine or the plot of fate? You get what I'm saying? It couldn't be. It can be. You could say the person Joy Boy or Nika, but to me, the point of Nika being the first, Joy Boy being the second, but Luffy is Luffy and he is the
Right.
third. So
Yeah.
it makes no sense that if you do that to where Nika is
for sure.
now Nika. I mean Nika is Luffy. I was telling shout out to my guy Blue. We were talking and he was asking me how do I feel about this kind of the same topic, and I was telling but and as far as like Luffy's devil fruit. I doubt that just because Luffy learns all the lore to himself, all of a sudden every attack he has is going to become the Nika pistol. It's not going to be that. He's going to stay Luffy.
Yeah.
Gum Gum is his Kendo. He's going, no matter what he learns, he's going to keep Dawn Whip, Gum Gum pistol, third gear, first gear, second gear. He's not changing shit about him. Luffy is Luffy. He embodies and manifests the thoughts and the thoughts and the essence of a Nika and a Joy Boy. But Luffy will be Luffy. So I'm not with the time lapse thing unless you're telling me Luffy is from the past. That's the only way that becomes plausible,
Watch.
and I don't think that way. So,
It'll fuck everybody up because I know there's a lot of people
I
who
ain't-
believe these two niggas
I'm
are
with
one
you.
and the
I'm with
same.
you.
They just
I had to tell the
reincarnating
word, bro. I'm
until
listening.
we
Go
get
ahead.
that Joy Boy flashback
For sure.
until we get that Joy Boy flashback and we realize Joy Boy liked to share his meat.
Right.
He liked to
I
share food.
haven't said a
He
word.
liked to share his food. You understand me? When you realize
keeping it
Joy Boy
context,
liked to
Coke.
share
Keeping
his
it
food,
context.
I'm
nigga.
still
Come on,
listening,
Coke,
bro.
don't do
Go
that.
ahead.
Like we
All
know
right.
we know
Keeping it
exactly
context.
what.
Keeping it
Don't do that. Don't do that, gang. Don't do that.
Say a word, bro. I'm
Like
listening. Go ahead.
Luffy don't share his meat.
For sure.
You're right then.
Luffy
Come
don't
to
share
find
his
out,
meat.
Hey.
Luffy don't share
I
his meat,
hate
and
niggas.
Sabo gives
All
out
this
fire
A
fight.
pause. What's up, man? Like, can we call shit? Can we not
Everybody
call
wanted you to
shit
say
by the
food.
word,
Yeah.
nigga?
That's why
Like fucking
that's
hell.
why we trying
Still
to tell people because
listening, bro.
Luffy not sharing his meat is a real thing. Sabo
That's
beating up shit with Pike is
I'm
real shit.
tripping on the
That happened.
comments. Come on, man. Like, goddamn, I'm just using the word it actually is. What do you want him to say? Beef, nigga? He don't share his venison, nigga? Like, no, nigga, I'm not getting particular about this.
Yeah.
But nah, if we like, point blank and simple, Luffy don't like to share his food. Come to find out, Joy Boy someone who loves to share his food. Like, once that something like that happens, you could never make the parallel of like, oh, these two niggas was one and the same. Absolutely not. That's a fucking Luffy not.
Yeah, makes sense.
No, for sure.
But yeah, let's get to that solo. Nice question, whoever asked it. I can't see the comments, but nice question, whoever asked it. But I challenge you to think more with creativity upon narrative. I know that sounds crazy, but you have to think more so as where is a fantasy world going to go without being as elaborate and linear as you may do for some other stories. One Piece is very open. So I don't think, even if it is time travel going to go down like that, I don't think it's going to go down like that. Like Trip said, we've kind of already gotten that. We've already went that route with the Toki. Why are we backpedaling? You know what I mean? I don't want Oda to do shit like that. But go ahead.
Before we switch to Solo, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
This is another like question. Have we seen technology in One Piece that surpasses a fruit that does the same thing?
No, and I want to say something about that. It's because you notice we're in the first world, then there's a second world, and there's a third world. One Piece is made in a third world perspective. That's why a modern what's the phrase for it? Third
world country. You're right.
In a third world country, their technology isn't like at a boom. You get what I'm saying? That's why we have Vegapunk talking about Egghead and futuristic. That's why I keep telling people the Miro is depicting everything coming together at the end for the cycle of the third world, but history repeats itself. So we're gonna have essence of what the first world might have been, essence of the second world might have been, but it's all going to come together in the culmination with the third world. This is a third world. One Piece is the third world. You know what I'm saying? This is just what it is. So it's post apocalypse twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that,
bro. First of all, damn. Bro, you get to the Solo, cause this nigga Oda had us in a bind with the. Wait a minute, the world sunk once before. We digesting that, then we get the hellbath, and them niggas say twice. I say, yo, calm down, bro. I'm still digesting the. You mean he lied or he didn't know what he talking about? Like, bro, what? I'm sorry. Solo level. Shout out Jinwoo, man. Goddamn S tier. Shout out my dog. S tier young nigga, man.
We can jump to the rest of it on Sunday for sure. But yeah, jump into my boy Sung. I think the new episode drops tomorrow? It drops on Saturdays, right?
Yeah, me, Blue, and Goop are gonna watch it in the Discord.
Okay.
Drops on Saturday. Maybe out already.
It's out, but not translated for us.
Yeah,
they're still working on the sub translation. So you're right. It's out. It should be out as of now. But not for us.
Bro, it might be on that bitch.
I don't know how many episodes have what is it, like 7 for this season?
It's 7 out right now. Yeah, 7 out right now. And you think they're gonna do 12 like season 1, right?
Yeah,
they're doing 13.
Oh,
13.
Even better.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they rushing it though. They rushing it to get to that ish. They rushing it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Do you like the pacing? Like, okay, are they rushing it, or you think that's just slow down?
I'm said.
I enjoy.
You haven't read the series, folks. You're walking on thin ice here.
Yeah, because you ain't read it, so I don't want to say too much. But
I don't.
He spends more time in those dungeons than they showing us. That's all. I'll say that like that.
I mean, that's fair.
He spends more time in there, and it's a bit more like say for example, when his shadows use taunt, the manga tells you they're using taunt. Tells you whether the person they taunted was triggered by the shit or he negated it. And the anime kind of don't let you know. They don't let you know that's even what's going on when that happens and shit. So I'm watching the scene like, oh, bro just used taunt. Bro shook that shit off. But you know, the anime is not necessarily even telling you that shit like that. You know,
what it doesn't help ore farming. If it doesn't help ore farming, okay.
So you remember when he was fighting the ice elves, and he created iron, right? And iron screamed at Baruka. That was taunt that he used when he screamed at him.
Yeah.
And Baruka rushed him because it worked. Whereas in the last episode y'all saw in when he got the got those high elves, I mean those high orcs, when he got those orcs, Iron used taunts on them as well. He screamed at them niggas. He used taunts. But they shook it off because it didn't work. And that's why I had to go attack himself. To actually go and get it. Because they weren't triggered by that shit. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't intimidated. So it's just minor little details that like the anime is just breezing past, and it's bro is way more saucier than what you seeing on that screen. Bro is a fool, nigga.
Only thing I'll say to that is
that's all I can say. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
I would say
I'll say my biggest.
You told me he's in the dungeons more.
The Kirito from SAO.
I could see that.
Immense aura
Yeah, he
following.
spend more
Dope
time in those.
MCs.
He spent a bit more time in those
But when
dungeons
it
than
comes to like
they're showing you.
That's fair.
showing us the
Only thing I'll
background
say
of
to
his
that
training,
is, and I said this to
we
Kenzie
don't get any of
before.
it. It's just he pop up and
My
he either do some new
I
live
won't say
shit
my
or
one
he
only.
got a new live
I'll say my
weapon and we just kind
biggest
of like
gripe
enjoy the
with
aura
Kitty
farming that
Cho
come
from
with it.
SAO
With
is
my
he's
guy Sung Woo,
a
at least we
immense
get
aura farm,
somewhat of like
dope
some
MC, super
training
cool.
from him
But when
going
it
in the dungeon
comes to
solo,
like
leveling literally, and like
showing
just
us
some
the
background
background of
key information to see how he's
it,
getting these
we don't get
weapons,
any
how
of
he's
it. It's
learning these fighting moves, how
either
he
do
gets
some
these
new live
things.
shit or he got a new live weapon and we just gotta like
If he's doing
enjoy the
more,
aura farming that come with
I
it.
feel like I'd probably fuck with
With
that more
my guy
because
Sung
I
Woo,
like the
at least we
detail.
get somewhat of like some training, some him going to dungeon solo, leveling literally, and like just some background key information to see how he's getting these weapons, how he's learning these fighting moves, how we get anything before he gets back with a team. So if
Okay.
he's doing more, that I feel like I'd probably focus that more in the manga as well because I like
Yeah, no. So
I'll
just
cut these flags for that
to
12.
clear that fully up, everything you just said. If I'm gonna totality it, comparing it to the manga, they're only giving you 70 to 65% of that, and
okay.
not giving you that full 100. Cause like, bro, really,
Okay,
yeah,
that's fair.
I'll
yeah.
cut
They
him
like
slack
when
for
they
that
go
just
into
for doing
detail, they'll go
12.
into detail in the manga. When they go into detail, they'll go. The fights be like that whole chapter will be the fight. And so you'll just be scrolling and it's the fight. You just scrolling, but it's the fight. You
Well, that
feel
makes
me?
sense.
Whereas you get in that fight half of the episode. So that's why I'm like, I feel like they're rushing it type shit.
Okay, that's
You know what I
fair.
mean? That in that manner. So like when I'm watching him in the dungeon for like half the episode, and I'm knowing like nigga, I have 3 chapters in this dungeon. The fuck y'all? Damn already. You feel me? So that's what I mean.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
think they might have realized that because in the next fight he's supposed to have, not the next fight, his next big fight he's supposed to have, they already said they're adding 7 minutes of added scenes.
No.
Yeah,
Listen, they
I
got
wouldn't
to.
pass
They
that
got
much.
to. And I
If you
can't
saying
even
they're
say
giving me
why
70%
they have to,
of
but
the
they
dungeon,
have to.
I'm fine with
They
that. Just
have to.
considering we
I'm
they
fine
only
with
It's
it.
12
I'm fine with it.
episodes.
it's
That's what I think.
integral
If
to
it
the
was
end of the
24,
series.
then
They
yeah,
got to.
roll out that shit
Word.
They
for sure.
got
But
to. Cause
12, 13,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna hush the fuck up, gang. I'm sorry.
Okay, but yeah, I'll give him a pass on that if they kind of cutting because if you're saying they give me 70% of the dungeons, I'm fine with that. Just considering we only in 12
I could see
episode
myself reaching
seasons,
for that.
13 episode seasons. If it was 24, then yeah, roll out all of that shit for me for sure. But
Yeah, no. So that's all. And I was telling Nika like, oh no, if they end season 1 where I think they actually finna, I said season 1. If they end this season 2 where
So
I
the
think they
double
finna end it,
premiere means
oh
it's
yeah,
about to be an
start
hour
reading
long.
because yeah.
I could
Goddamn Jinwoo,
Okay.
bro. Goddamn
They're
Jinwoo, man.
also adding a bonus episode because the last episode is supposed to be a double premiere, so they're adding a bonus episode. The 12 episodes they're going with 13.
Well, I know why. I know why.
So the
Nigga.
double premiere meaning it's about to be an hour long, or no?
You could say it's an hour long. It's really just 2 episodes. It's like one episode.
Yeah,
Is
Okay,
another.
so
I got it.
It's like
it's
when they gave
episode
you.
12 and 13.
It's like when
It's
you were.
episode 12 and 13
It's like
at
when
the
you
same
were
time.
watching Naruto in its prime, Naruto Shippuden, and they gave you when
Mm.
Sasuke fought Itachi, they gave you 2 episodes at once. When Naruto fought, not Naruto, when Jiraiya fought Pain, they gave you 2 episodes at once. It wasn't just one episode, and we had to wait next week for the next episode. They concluded everything with their first 30 minutes and then another 30 minutes. So like an hour.
Okay.
Felt good that we got the premiere. That's what a lot of people wanted for Gear 5. You know what I'm saying? They did a double premiere, but we never got it.
That iconic though.
Toei was saucy enough to just do 20 minutes.
Man,
20 years.
them niggas was reanimating the last episode and we were good with it, nigga. Gear 5, nigga bouncing,
Shit
nigga.
hard.
The only thing
Shit
that is
hard.
the only thing that pissed me off about Gear 5 reveal. How many times they replayed the same scene in episode 10.
I wasn't doing no tripping,
That shit
gang. I
had
wasn't
me.
doing no
That shit was
tripping.
annoying. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit was annoying.
And that's fair.
Bro,
That's
when you
fair.
realize niggas went to Warner Brothers
I realized
to
that
get the niggas that animate the Looney Tunes to do that scene, bro. You run the scene, run that scene back, nigga. I'm run it back.
Dope and shit, all that. But I'm not gonna shy away. If I critique Naruto and Bleach the same way,
but any other show wouldn't have the context.
I can understand that.
Hold on.
It's a gravity behind that.
It's still the greatest, but it's not perfect. That is a flaw. Oh, we can like if you like.
Yes,
it choose to like on you, and that's cool. But any other show, they keep running back the same scene for 7 minutes straight. I'm going to be pissed. So.
But any other show wouldn't have the context of we leading up to this point for 2 decades.
Yes, and I waited 1,000 episodes for it. So stop giving me the rerun scene for 7 minutes. Let's go. That's just me.
And when we went, but Nika, I understand you saying let's go.
What did they do in between?
I understand the let's go notion. But once it was time to go, them niggas went. Nigga, come on, man. Like, shit.
But you had to wait before we could get to a real saucy. 1071. We didn't get to the real showcase of Year 5 till 1074. We had to wait 3 episodes in between. That's crazy. But I was cool because it's one piece.
What did they do in between?
Go watch it and tell me, and then come back and then you could tell me why I have a problem with it. Because you'll be more understanding after this conversation. Yes, they started fighting, but the fight didn't get heated until they gave us what we got. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then on top of that, to make it extra saucy, they gave it mad added scenes, which is bad. But that goes to the
boy, listen.
Watch this, right? Even with what I thought was cool, when they first revealed Gear 5, they had the same scene. So they went like the scene he's looking up to the moon. He's like, oh my gosh, and then he powers up the hockey. They give us that scene twice. One had freeze frames for each time they lose the scenes. I could appreciate the freeze frames were all different. It was different colored hockey. It was different freeze frames being put into play. I'm cool with that. But we literally went away and came back to me just bouncing on the like, oh my gosh, I'm up. I can do this. This is great.
Yeah, the Looney Tune animation. The Looney Tune animation. I love it.
I appreciate the Warner Bros. shit. I just didn't think they was gonna show it 3 to 4 different times. Like, it was like I mean, I'm exaggerating. Maybe it was just twice, but it was just it hit hard.
It was 3 times. It was 3 times. It was once when it was initially happening. Once a second time when the Gorosei were talking about it, and then the third time when he was getting back into the fight.
Yeah, exactly. And I felt like we didn't need all 3 of those perspectives. I didn't think we needed it. Or we could have did this when the Gorosei had peeped it and then Kaido was looking at him. They could have had those happen simultaneously, so it didn't happen twice. I'd have been fine.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Still fire though. It's still amazing.
If I could get the Looney Tunes animated on my shit, bro, I'm gonna throw it in them niggas' face. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna throw it in them.
Listen, the hardest showcase of the Looney Tunes shit is when he pulled up the ground and then he literally started moonwalking in the air.
That was hard.
He did all that shit and then sent it back at Kaido. That was hard. Crazy. And then in the English dub, Kaido saying Nani. I'm like, oh yeah, word. Niggas on time.
I think. This ain't even about the episode because Luffy do this in Gear 5 now, but like when he running so fast and he taking off and fucking his eyes and mouth is still back there and he grabbed it, that shit crashed. I was like, yo, I said, do your big one.
I was gonna point out. Remember I said he was gonna do that with the key
and his mallet, like that. His head got like wrapped around the mallet. Like you can see the emphasis.
Oh, word. So that means you love what Scopper just did then.
Hey.
You ain't read the chapter?
You don't know what he did. No. That's a spoiler.
We here. I was just gonna point out. I remember
it's Friday.
With the key.
No, I was with it. He's a weapon master. I'm okay with him using the key as a weapon. Truth be told, fighting Luffy, Scopper Gabon gave all Kaido parallels. Literally, all Kaido parallels. Sent out the air slashes. Kaido did the same thing. Hit him with the weapon to reshape his head. Kaido did the same thing. You get what I'm saying? He literally hits him and also to the ground. Kaido does the same thing. Like literally the same. There's panel for panel the same motions. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was like dope to see Scopper getting Kaido details. I thought it was cool. I don't know what it means. I thought that was cool.
Listen, it's just dope to see the the future Pirate King and his right hand go up against the former left hand of the Pirate King. That like just even wording that out is dope, and then to see it is even doper. But for whatever comes of it, you know what I'm saying? That shit was nice. That shit was nice. That shit was good and nice. But yeah, man, Solo Leveling is a treat, and I low-key wish I didn't rush through the read the way I did, because I still go back to some certain scenes like, hey, yo, this shit was crazy, nigga. Them niggas really try to play with, bro. Nah, it's yeah, you know, yeah, it's oh yeah, y'all gonna get the shit. Wait,
before we wrap up, go read Marshall Kings. Just want to make sure everybody that.
How many chapters in right now?
That's 3.
I need that first 10. I need that first 10 before I indulge, because I bet it's good. You know what I'm saying?
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that first 10. Is it a whole lot of chapters? Does it come out? I mean, pages. Does it a lot of pages? Do it come out weekly?
Weekly.
Bi-weekly?
It's weekly, and it's also the first colored manga. Like it's good. Drawn on some Sin City vibes type shit. And it's like 40 to 44 pages. The third chapter was standard 18 to 20 pages.
You said
so they're back on
bi-weekly?
No,
you said bi-weekly. Okay.
I don't know if it's like 3 chapters in a row, and we take a break, and then we get the next 3, or I guess we're testing that now. So we got 3 chapters.
I support all these mangakas taking their necessary breaks. You feel me? Because you know, nigga need. I ain't gonna say nigga need this shit, but I am highly upset because I was purchasing the volumes of Ori. That's how I started. That's how I got into the series. I saw like the first 3 volumes on the shelf. I picked it up, enjoyed it, and waited for the 4th one, and then boom, we in there. They have delayed on volume 20 for like a year, and I think it's because the manga went from being a bi-weekly to a monthly, and I now understand how these scheduling things just fuck up shit. You know what I'm saying? Because after volume 20, there is volume 21, but these volumes now only have like 4 to 5 chapters in it because it's now monthly type shit. You know what I mean? So if they can't just pump out the fucking material, they can only put out like 2 volumes a year type shit. You know what I'm saying? When I think about it, in hindsight, I'm really able to get like 2 volumes a year. You know, fuck them. So, you know, they like that scheduling thing be so fucking important. Like how much material they can put out when they put out. So I imagine Oda really got like assistants who, if he's just not in the condition to draw the chapter this week, his assistants can draw a chapter. And that's what I now understand type shit.
Don't forget.
Where so like when
too, because when Oda turns in a certain amount of chapters actually turned in before like I know you don't think this, and pray to God I hope you don't. Oda's not drawing chapter like right now, like damn next week's chapter.
Yeah, I know that. No, I know that. I know that. Yeah. I know how storyboarding works. I know how storyboarding works.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Just making sure. I say it don't work like. For the more sense it works like he puts it on a schedule and something happens to disrupt the schedule of what's already coming out. I don't know how far ahead these guys are though. I don't know if he's 3 months ahead or 6 months ahead of schedule. I don't know how it is. I don't know.
I can't say verbatim, but what would make sense to me is that like art script, original manuscript, he's probably in the final war already. Storyboarding, he has probably already finished Elbaf.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You dig
it?
Type shit.
I think he's in the
middle. Like as far as story, like and with storyboarding, we're talking about. So you know how when you see the how Oda on Instagram when he gets to like doing the volume covers and he'll show like where he starts with like that volume cover ideas type shit. There's a certain they show the sketches and it really just looked like line work, and then all of a sudden you see the characters actually drawn out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that line work part is like, as far as Elbath, he's probably done all the line work for Elbath. You know what I'm saying? It's now just a matter of like, okay, let me actually, draw in the black lines for this character here, and okay, maybe change this angle or this scene, but like I'm not changing the entire chapter type shit. So that's what I mean by like storyboard wise, he's probably finished Elbath already.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think he's
Shout out
finished
Donna.
up. I think he's in the middle of the
Shout
next
out
arc,
Solo
if not
Leveling.
the
Can't wait for
next
next
arc. I
episode.
truly do think that. But that's just me.
Interesting.
But yeah, though.
I don't know.
Shout
I
out
don't know.
Diamond. Shout out Dragon Ball Diamond, man. You feel me?
Yeah. Shout out
Yeah.
Diamond. Shout out Solo Leveling. Can't wait to watch the next
Shout out
episode.
to Blue Lock. Season 3 coming. Shout out
Sorry,
to
Zion, we
Kaiju.
got to get
Season
up out
2
of here
coming.
soon.
Shout out to Free.
Did
We're
y'all
gonna have you on next week.
did y'all
We're
ever
gonna have you
conclude what y'all
on
felt
on
about?
Sunday though.
Because y'all agree Diamond is the timeline between defeating Kid Buu and the start of Super, as
Appreciate
far as
everybody joining
understanding
us.
that it's
Appreciate
canon,
everybody that
Super's
followed
canon,
us
and
on
all
the
that
live.
shit too.
Yeah, facts. We covered
Appreciate
that
the energy you
before the
brought,
show
Trip.
ever dropped.
Definitely love your
Facts.
perspective.
Sorry,
Next
official.
time,
up out of
peace.
here soon.
Yeah.
We're gonna have you on Sunday though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's do a Sunday trip.
Mandatory. I'm with you.
Yeah, appreciate everybody joining us. Appreciate everybody that follow, subscribe. Appreciate the energy you brought, Trip. Definitely love your perspective. Till next time, peace.
Got you, man. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm scared, but I want to fight.